Do you ever look at a product on Amazon and say, I can make that better? I have a better way to do it. Maybe you're a manufacturing facility, maybe you're a product designer, inventor, and you look at something and you just say, I can make this better, but you don't know exactly if your change or your innovation to that said product is going to be well received by the shoppers. Ever wonder about that kind of stuff? I know you have. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use PickFu to test that iteration of your new product concept and your new design or new variation, and then learning the hard way if it's going to work, if it's not going to work. So if that's interesting, you're going to want to watch this video. All right, guys. So we're here on Amazon.com and I'm looking up some ice cube machines, some ice makers. And let's say I'm looking at this one right here. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, it'd be great if instead of on top, maybe people prefer to take their ice from the middle, or maybe if it had a lever on the front or a button on the front or a panel on the front to control it rather than a panel on the top. I don't know, but I have an idea of what I want to do, but I don't want to spend tens of thousands of dollars doing it if people really don't care about that. So let me show you how we're going to do this and test my new variation of this, if I should run with this in the market or not. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to copy the image from Amazon. Then I'm going to bring it over to one of my second favorite tools is going to be Canva. Let me show you how we're going to do this. All right, so inside Canva, I'm opening up just a regular whiteboard, and then I'm going to paste my image over here. Now, inside Canva, I can do a very simple, basic, first grader style mock-up, if you will, of what I want to do. I'm going to remove the background just so it gets a little bit more clarity with that, because I just want to show the product itself. All right, cool. So we have the product here. Now, what I want to do is I want to show a panel on the front. So maybe I want to do a control panel over here instead of over here. So I can just do this. I'll mock it up, and I'll put some colors in here that make a little bit more sense for this. Maybe I'll make a couple of other little button switches and knobs and doohickeys and, you know, whatever really is your idea or your focus, you'd want to put that over there. And you can make this as detailed. This is your invention. This is your creation. You can make it as detailed as you want. So I'm saying for my example that these are the new buttons. I'm going to hit S for a little sticky note. They don't need to know my name. And then I'm going to do all the call outs. I'm removing the button controls from here and easier access on a countertop. Super easy to have arrows in here. You don't got to make it look amazing. You just have to kind of get the point across of what we're trying to do. Arrow over here, hit it with that Amazon orange. Why not? So I'm going to put the buttons over here, and I want to show them that I'm removing the buttons from over here. So this is my concept. Now, what do I do? Well, here's what you're going to do. Just take a simple screenshot, or you're going to export it, whatever's easier for you. Me, I'm going to do a screenshot. And I'm going to grab this over here. Let's head over to PickFu and show you how we're going to do this. It's pretty cool. So you're going to come to your homepage on PickFu, and we're going to run a new poll. Now, I will say for context, we do have a template for something similar to this. And this one is your product idea validation. So you can always run this one inside here. This one is basic text, 1 to 5, and you could describe your idea here as well. So you could say an ice machine or ice maker with controls on the front rather than on top for easier access, XYZ. So that's a good one as well if you don't have the images or mock-ups or anything like that. But for this one, we have them. So let's use them. So you're going to come here to a new poll, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a star rating. I haven't used a star rating a lot, but I like the star rating for this. I'm going to click on the star rating, and then I always like to go and add my image first, upload it of my mock-up of the ice maker, ice machine, whatever you want to call it. So that's going to be shown right here. So remove this. Now I'm going to say on a 5-point scale. If you were shopping on Amazon for an ice maker, would you prefer to have the control buttons be on the top of the machine or on the front? My concept below is moving them from the top to the front for easier access. Please rate my new concept. Now they're going to give automatic stars to it and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to hit this with 30 people just because I want to make it make sense for right now. You could do as much as you want. Target audience, I do want it to be Amazon Prime members. Now I can drill down a little bit further with my ICP, but I don't really know. I really want to get an idea of overall what people think about it. Go down here to run the poll, and that's it. We're off to the races running the poll. So you can see here, people are going to give their star review and a meaningful response. as to what they think of it. Because it's important to know you can do this. You can move the controls over here and run it to the market. But if people don't care about it, you're just wasting time, wasting resources, wasting money. A lot of that is super critical and crucial with Amazon. By running a PickFu prior to that, when you have these concepts, or if you're an inventor or manufacturer, you're able to get, this is not guaranteed. It's not, hey, move this here. If everyone says yes, it's a slam dunk, you make $1 million. No. But will it put you on the right path to differentiate yourself from the competition and thus leading to good sales? Yes. Let me show you what that means on Amazon. So traditionally, what competitors, other people in the space would do is they would go and look at another product over here, and they would go to the reviews. They would look at the negative reviews. They would look at the negative reviews and they would see, what's the problem with this product? Why do people not like it? And then make it better. This is a good kind of get on base where you're looking at, okay, well, if my direct competitor, people complaining that the ice cubes stick together, people are complaining that it's incredibly loud. So you can use this as an idea of how to make something better that the competition's already doing. But with what I'm showing on PickFu, you're never going to know unless you ask the audience. No one's ever going to say, oh, I wish the buttons were on the front instead of on the top. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. Typically what they're going to say is why they don't like the use of it. So you can see we already got some respondents rolling in here. So 4.2, unless it's a giant machine, I think top buttons are easier to access. Yes, I currently have a machine with buttons on the front. I would not buy one with ones on the top. I think they would be easier to access on the top. I would want them on the front because I would keep this on my countertop under the cabinets. That's kind of what I was thinking from this example, because if it's on the countertop and then your cabinets are over it, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to kind of open that up or kind of hit those. So you see I had a 4.2, I had a 4.1. I think having the buttons on the front is better for ease of access. So you can see over here, we're just getting more and more feedback about what they should do. I prefer to have them on the top, but I wouldn't mind them on the front. It wouldn't change my mind in buying the product. That's not what I want to hear. I would want to hear more of that one that said, hey, I like it on the front because I think it was the countertop. Yeah, the countertop under the cabinet. So I want to hear more of that. This is how you get, and you could target this very specifically to your ICP. So if I want this, if I know my ICP is women 30 to 50 that make over 100K a year, I could put this in front of specifically them only. I didn't know who to put for this, so I kind of just went with this. But this is a really great way to take something super basic like Canva mockup. This is just 3 dots inside of a little rectangle. This is nothing innovative. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel and really get professional renders and mockups to prove the validation of your concept and idea. Would be better in the front, but it costs you a wider opening to scoop. The move to the front makes sense to me. However, the buttons need to flash up pretty bright in order to stand out on the black shell. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, this is just a really great way for you to use this kind of stuff. So I'm going to let this run. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the poll in the description below so you guys can go take a look at it, look at all the detailed answers. But this is a really great way to use the star ranked polls or star rated polls on PickFu to validate your concept. We do have the one in the template for just a textual idea. So if you're not comfortable doing something like this in Canva, you can go ahead and very easily just write your concept in there as well. I'll go ahead and link that template below for you in the description. But let me know what you guys think. Should I stay in the ice maker business? Actually, let me know. Do you call it an ice machine or an ice maker? I think people call them different things and they go back and forth. But let me know what you guys think. We'll see you on the flippity floppity. Make sure to tune in for some more.